Hey guys, it's always Shazam, and a welcome to the Appalachia Beast. Could you them Duke boys to each of y'all? It's Spicy Friday. You made it to the end of the week. Y'all send them in, I post them. I'm not sure. I just went through all of them. I'm not sure what the spiciest one is, but I did save my favorite until the very end. So your job, let me know. Let me know where we're at, what the spiciest one is. If you've never seen one of these before, it's always weird, it's always fun, and sometimes a little awkward and fun. And always it's just spicy. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we get to do this. Are you ready? Next. For those who haven't seen the list, it's all of them. All. Next. Listen carefully. When a Democrat says threat to our democracy, they really mean threat to their corrupt bureaucracy. Next. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. World War III. Next. Be sure to get your mail-in ballots before boarding your bus, people. Next. Ooh, that light. Ooh. Kramer, what's going on in there? We're building tunnels, Jerry. Tunnels. The media won't report on it. What were they doing down there? Weird. Shalom. Next. President Biden at the bottom. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-America. Mike Lee says you can't call thousands of people insurrectionists when not one of them has even been charged with, much less convicted of that crime. Not even one. Nor can you claim to be pro-America when you seek to win by prosecuting your opponents and have your opponents removing them from ballots. I botched the delivery, but the truth is, those J6 folks still rotting in jail. Banana Republic is the word you're looking for. Next, Professor Zinka says, the FBI has video recordings of powerful adult men raping children which were confiscated from Epstein residence. They have yet to bring charges against any of those men. Next, speaking of, I did not have relations with any of the trafficked girls on Epstein's island that I visited 27 times. Drama llama go.
Woo! Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here.
Next, Hillary says no one actually needs an AR. Buffalo Butt says no one actually had 56 friends commit suicide. The number's higher than that. Next, the people who did this want you to be mad over this. It's Waco, Texas. Never forget. Next. It's a blindfolded. Really? Where? Huh? I don't see nothing. Republican lawmakers fighting election fraud. As long as they get reelected and can, I should cover one eye while I say this, and can beat the entire stock market by like 13 points with insider trading. Next. Oh, after last week's episode where Jared was gracious enough to come on here and talk to y'all and have a good time, he did the commercial, not a commercial, did a quick news update explaining to y'all some things that happened. I thought it was great. Had a lot of fun with last week's episode. Big thank you to my friend, Jared. Comment of the week goes to, after the last week's episode, at Carrie David Adler 980 says, a big thumbs down on this week's show. Anytime that Jared is on your show, it, all caps, sucks. Next, FBI releases terrifying image of domestic terrorists at work. A10 Warthog, go! All right, today's episode is brought to you by TCRT.com. Hey, these targets are amazing, and you are going to level up at the range. They were developed specifically for ballistics applications, and the great thing is you can do what you can't do with steel or paper. You can shoot them at point blank range, wear them out at the range. They got the hang down ones as well as a torso size. And the cool thing is the torso size has markings in there for USPSA and IPSC. And after you do your damage, all you got to do is spray paint it up and you're ready to rock and roll again. It's TCRT I am proud to represent them and give them a big thumbs up for y'all. There's a coupon code for you. Jump over there, tcrt.com. Big thank you to those folks. You people, thank you for every thumbs up. Y'all are freaking amazing. Love y'all. Thank you for double checking your subscriptions. That's also a help too. But also those of y'all that send this stuff in, thank you, thank you, thank you. Carl was on fire this week, sent a bunch in. Thanks, Carl. You people, amazing. Love y'all. Next. Women's State Track Champion, Glamour Magazine Woman of the Year, International Women's Weightlifting Champion, State Girls Wrestling Champion. Trans. Proving the age-old truth that men are better than women at everything, including being a woman. Ma'am, lady, go.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I think it's an interesting commentary. Like, nobody really thinks men are better at everything. No, not at all. Not at all. It's an interesting commentary on women who are getting their skulls cracked in MMA fights by dudes. Yeah, it's not okay. People are starting to push back, and I think it's wonderful that people are starting to push back and starting to wake up to that nonsense. Next. GOP governor who vetoed trans bills received over $40,000 from children's hospitals supporting sex change procedures. Dr. Lawrence said this, and I'm so glad whoever did this circled that in all red, or we never would have seen it. It took only $40K to buy off Governor Mike DeWine to get him to support the genital mutilation of children. I wonder how much money he would require to support pedophilia, genocide, or human sacrifice. Next. Do not let people who surround themselves with barbed wire and armed soldiers tell you that you cannot own a firearm to defend yourself. Listen up. Listen up, folks. Next. Benny says, this is your daily reminder that the FBI is not in the U.S. Constitution. The FBI, not a branch of government or necessary for our government's constitutional function. This FBI is an executive order. The FBI can be dissolved with a stroke of a pen by any president who so chooses. Next. House Hunters. Next week on House Hunters. Her, illegal immigrant. Him, illegal immigrant. Their budget, $900,000 taxpayer dollars. Randolph, go!
I said, what in the world is this?
Next. Rub it in. Feel the goodness. Just feel the wonderfulness. This feels so good. Argentina's new government says it will punish protesters by taking away welfare payments. You block the road, you ain't getting free food from the gov. He's so happy. Next. Wait, so how pro-gun are you? Me. Just line them up. Grab one if you need it. Next. It's from Tim Allen. He says this, President Trump's wall costs less than the Obamacare website. Let that sink in America. Again, another shout out to whoever had to circle that in red. We never would have seen that. Karen. Next, back to Jim. Government doesn't create solutions to solve citizens' problems. Government creates problems in order to justify their totalitarian solutions. Gain of function is the word you're looking for. Gain of function. Next. Redecorating my bathroom. Can't make up my mind here. Walmart or Dollar General? Which one, y'all? Which one? Next. Dudes in the military be like, I miss my family. Like, hello, brother. You literally signed up to be away from your family. Which is it? Next. When you hear the media refer to 8 guns and 1,000 rounds as an arsenal. Next. I don't get offered drugs nearly as much as Dare said I would. Where's the drugs, people? Next. If I ever win the lottery, I ain't telling nobody, but there will be signs. Full tank. What? Next. I can't believe we used to print out 4 pages of MapQuest and travel around like pirates. Where's Generation X at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Next. Why are there Pop-Tarts but no Mom-Tarts? Because of the patriarchy. Boo. Boo, whoever sent that in. Boo, boo, next. Oh, it must have been warm. He opened up his sunroof. Next. Instead of giving poor countries money, shouldn't we just tell them to raise their minimum wage? Senor Chang, go!
I'll allow it.
All right, you've already seen me wearing this one. It's the Killdozer Repair Manual, back in stock today. Last week, y'all blew them up. They were out of stock in like 9 minutes. Well, they're back, and they're awesome. Short sleeve, up to 6XL. And my favorite part, I really like the crossed wrenches on there. It's kind of fun. Links below. Get to it. Haynes Repair Manual. For when you got to fight a totalitarian regime. Next. Public service announcement. About 9.5 million of y'all have sent this to me. It's fun. It's funny. Michelle Obama's mother dies, leaves inheritance to my son, Michael. That is from a parody website. It's from, I forget which one it is, but this is sarcasm. It's fake news. This is The Onion, essentially. Everybody sends it like, Johnny, can you believe this? I said, I believe that it's funny. Public service announcement. Next. A Possum Premium says this. Little sweet possum says, it's okay to ask for help. You're not a burden. Murder is okay. Your feelings matter. Shout out to the possum. Next. When you send your son to school in a blue state, it's ma'am, mother. Next. Feminist cafe that charged 18% man tax goes out of business. I love capitalism, Anakin. Next, Mr. Gunzinger, what's up, brother? Shout out to all my people who already have a negative social credit score in a system that hasn't even been implemented yet. Next, you can't mutilate children or dance half naked in front of them anymore.
That's literally genocide. It's genocide. Let me get to the children.
Go read a book to the elderly. How about that? Nah, they don't want to do that. Children only. They can't reproduce. They have to recruit. Next. Silence says this. When the race war is happening, and you got to kill Tony Hawk. Actual Tony Hawk, this is real. He says, I appreciate the hesitation, though. Next. An attempt to build an imaginary image of the face of the most famous king in ancient Egypt, Ramses II, based on the king's mummy. They tried to build a 3D and look how it turned out. Some of y'all won't get this, but I love it. Mr. Leahy, go!
Time for a little drinking pool. Cheers, genitals.
It's a deep reference. I thought it was fun. Some of y'all like that. Next. Coleman releases new Urban Camper series of portable tents. Coming soon to a Walmart within Oregon and Washington area. Cart stolen separately. Next. Nick Saban, out at Alabama at age 72. Bill Belichick, out of New England at age 71. And Pete Carroll out of Seattle at age 72. Members of Congress at age 97. I win. Next. Gross. Whoever photoshopped this. Gross. Tracy Morgan, go.
No. 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 Hell no.
All right, next. If you missed this, this is fantastic. Last week, Wayne LaPierre stepped down on the eve before his corruption trial. Funny how that works. He took a $17 million payout from a nonprofit. The corruption goes on and on. If you missed it, I covered it yesterday in detail. Check out that video. What I love the other day, I love this so much. Midway USA, who I've ordered from for years and years, Larry posted this. He is Midway USA. Midway Larry posted this. He's either giving or taking the key to whatever, to Wayne, and his words were this. Brenda and I congratulate Wayne. Hold it in, people. Hold the vomit in. Wayne LaPierre on his announced retirement. Wasn't retirement. Forced out. As CEO and Executive Director of the National Rifle Association over the past 50 years, no one has worked harder or accomplished so much for the Second Amendment as has Wayne. We wish him a well-earned, relaxed, and stress-free retirement. Larry and Brenda Potterfield, founders and owners, Midway, USA. They got freaking roasted in the comment section. I mean, and some of y'all were in there, I saw you. It was fire and fury for this freaking nonsense. They deleted the post. It's fantastic. The Midway continues to raise money for a corrupt and criminal organization. What am I offended at? Corruption. And then also that no one has worked harder or accomplished more. Midway USA. Act accordingly. Next. This week he's back at it again, using the Department of Justice to shield his crackhead son. Democrats, not even once. Don't even do it. Next. How is mining for lithium greener than drilling for oil? Explain it to me like I wear a mask alone in my car. All together now. Get him, Greta!
How dare you!
Next. Tristan says this: Uvalde, AR-15, Buffalo, 15, Boulder, AR-15, Orlando, Parkville, Nashville, Las Vegas, San Bernardino, Midland, Odessa, Colorado Springs, Poway Synagogue, Tree of Life Synagogue, and Lewiston, all AR-15s. Kelly RN619 says Uvalde, Democrat, Buffalo, Boulder, Orlando, all of them, all the way down. Lewiston, Democrats. Ban Democrats, not guns. You don't have to be a Republican. You don't have to be. You can't be a Democrat and own a gun and pretend that you are pro-freedom or pro-Second Amendment. Next. Michael Henry, what's up, brother? It would have been worse if I hadn't had the bags. Could have been worse. Next. To the B.
MAGA is a cult.
Says party doing chants for politician inside church. What a weird take that one was. So weird. What a weird day. Next. The Boeing CEO assures nervous flyers that all 737 aircraft are built to the highest diversity standards. He's already been on here once, but ma'am ladies just went, ma'am. Next, White Lib in New York quietly removes all are welcome here sign. Suddenly they're not. Suddenly they're not so welcoming, are they? Not so much. Not so much. No. It's funny how that works. Next. Oh, jeez. He started that. He started that this week, saying he might run or saying I can't stand by. I can't stand by. November 2024. Geico Camel, go!
Mike.
All right, next. Self-righteousness, envy, hatred, resentment, victimhood. By your powers combined, I am socialism. With an extra helping of victimhood. Up next is my favorite of the week, brought to you by Blackout Coffee. Fantastic. I went back to Blueberry Crumble this morning. Had Blueberry Crumble. It's amazing. Get yourself subscribed. Grab you some K-Cups. Try a bag of beans or already ground. They are gourmet. They are high-end premium beans, and they're fantastic, and they are fresh, shipped straight to you. Blackout Coffee. Link is below with the coupon code. My favorite of the week. Favorite of the week. Next. Alabama, the winningest head coach of all time, is now retired. Ricky Pepe says, Bama fans have not been this mad since they took the signs off of the water fountains. Drama-llama, go!
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here.
Diabetes.